Episode 5, SBF vlog, we are back. What's happening? Are we good? Are you well? That wasn't me, by the way. Before anyone says anything in the comments, I did not do that. So it's Saturday right now. No, it's not. It's Sunday right now. And a bit of maintenance, bit of cleaning, a bit of prep. So that one there, which is the SPF Discovery 2, is for sale. It's about to be for sale. Just having its MOT this week. So once that's its MOT, that bad boy is going to be for sale. Probably how much? Not sure yet. Comment what you think that's worth. I have an idea. So that's going to go for sale because I just don't use it enough. Love it to bits. One of my favourite trucks. A bit of fun, a bit of off-roading. I just don't use it anymore. So there's no point in sitting there. It's a beautiful truck as well. It's in company colours. It's got the red. We've got the red springs in there. It's got the livery all on there. But I'm just not using it enough. It's an awesome truck. So much fun. I just don't use it enough. There's no point in sitting there. So that's going to be MOT'd. That's going to be going. What have we done? Cleaned out this van, this Luton van. So that one is ready to go for tomorrow. It's fully booked. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's cool. That one's ready. We've been doing a bit of work on this trailer because it's the tilt trailer with the ox winch. One of the lights went out, so that one right there. So I've changed that. That's good. Got to make sure everything's right on it. Because even though predominantly I use that for moving my own stuff, it's still got to be right, hasn't it? You know, it's got to be absolutely bang on. And then this one over here, this Vogue, my favourite car now of all time. That one is my current favourite. It's the blue with the tan interior. So I'll actually just show you that actually. Here's 2007 Range Rover Vogue, my absolute favourite. Doesn't look like a lot, but you know what? This thing's a beast. TDV8 Vogue. It's actually the SE tow bar. It's the V8 3.6 litre, and it's the blue. When it's cleaned up, it looks nice. Just clean the interior. The interior's, you know what? For a 17, 18-year-old truck, it's not bad. I've just cleaned it up. It's got some damage on the seats, but I've just cleaned a lot of that up. It does need a bit of work, don't get me wrong. It's old. I just love it though. I just absolutely love it. It does everything I need it to do. It's even got the old TV in there as well, not that I use it. But yeah, it does everything that I need it to. Got a few wall marks, needs a bit of TLC, a little bit of rust spots. It's pretty standard for these. So yeah, this is my new workhorse, daily in it now as well. I just love it. It was very, very inexpensive. Guess how much that cost me, guys? Put in the comments what you think I paid for that. I think it's worth quite a lot more than what I paid for it, to be honest. The guy just kind of wanted to get rid of it. But yeah, I love it. It turns every time you start it, it works. Tows very well. It's not the 4.4, it is the 3.6. A 4.4 would be nice. Maybe like a 10 plate or a 12 plate 4.4 would be really, really nice. But to do what, it does everything that I need it to do. A blue isn't the usual colour I'd go with, but I do like the blue with the cream interior. It's real nice. They've looked after it well to see how old it is. It's really nice. It's got the Harman Kardon throughout. You know, it's not a new vehicle at all, but yeah, it's been reasonably well looked at after. Love this. Put that straight down. Got all the bits if you need anything in there. A lot of this is when I'm towing my own stuff. So that's cool. Okay, that's not for sale, so I'm not going to be selling that one. This one is. So that's for sale. I've got a green Range Rover as well, Range Rover Sport. It's going to be for sale. I'll just switch back. So yeah, I got a green Range Rover Sport that will be for sale. It's just having 2 new turbos on it and an MOT. Yeah, that's had a lot of work on that one. So we've got Disco 2 for sale. We've got the green Range Rover. That's a 3.6 V8 as well. Beautiful car, absolutely rapid as well. So that's going to be for sale. And really now, going back to the whole point of why I'm doing the filming at the moment and what the episodes are about, is about SPF Logistics becoming a trucking company, a HGV trucking company. Because at the moment we predominantly do logistics, but more so courier work, same day courier work, which it's all urgent stuff. It's great. We do get a lot of scheduled deliveries now. We didn't when we started. It was just same day, instant, urgent, need it now. But now we're getting to the point where that's great. We've got a couple of Luton vans now that we're running up and down, curtain side loading, which is brilliant. But we now want to get into the trucking side because we're getting more and more requests. We do offer that as a service for the HGVs, 7.5 tonne all the way up to Arctics, and in between 26 tonne, 8 tonne, 10 tonne, you name it. However, we want to keep it in-house, because although we work with service partners, although we have a lot of good, some buddies that have a lot of lorries, some good companies we work with, we want to keep it in-house as much as we can. So that's why we're doing the HGV. If you saw the last episode, you know whether I passed or failed my HGV theory test. Do I tell you on here or do I not? Yeah, I want to tell you on here because you would have seen. Actually, no, watch that episode. I'll put a link for that in there, episode 4, see whether I passed it or not. But the next step really gives it away a bit. The next step is I've got to wait about, I don't know, I've got to wait now 7 weeks to the next step. So for the next 7 weeks, what I've decided I'm going to do is there's not a lot going to happen as regarding the trucking side for the next 6-7 weeks, because there's not a lot more I can show you, because we've got to wait for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you more of what I do and what we do at SBF Logistics as a company. I'm going to show you some more of this, the same day stuff, how that actually works as well, because with same day, I don't think people fully understand it. So I'm going to go into it a bit more deeper about how it works, what we do, because we have to react instantly. So I might even get a request right now. I had one yesterday, instant request, comes from the email. They'll be like, right, I need picking up from A, I need to live at B, need it right now, need it the next 30 minutes to an hour. I'll then obviously do what I need to do, sort the drivers out, check the trackers, make the phone calls. I'll then dispatch the driver to go collect, and then wherever it is in the world, if only, soon. Not yet, but in the future we will. I then dispatch the driver wherever it is in the country, send them out, and we do the job. So I did one yesterday, really nice. I'm actually going to see if I can put a picture of the review he left us on the screen right now, because super nice guy, last minute urgent, needed picking up from Bristol, going over to Feltham, TW14, which is right by the airport, something going to Nigeria. So we can do the UK side, so we did that for him, and I had a driver there in 25 minutes, just under 25-30 minutes, straight delivery. Within 2 hours it was there. He couldn't believe it. So that's what our core business is now. But we want that bigger picture. We want a piece of that bigger pie, a piece of the bigger slice in the logistics, and in moving into the bigger vehicles, which ultimately will allow us to then use a facility where we can then store more and more and more, and grow and grow and grow and grow. So that's the plan. So Sunday today, update on a Sunday. I'm going to go through this whole video. I'm going to give you a couple of updates throughout the week. I'm going to do that for the next 6-7 weeks, just day in the life, what's going on, what's happening, where we are, and we'll go from there. I do want to do a bit of a video on pricing actually as well, so I'll go into a bit of that at some point soon, because we're not the cheapest. I'm not standing and saying I'm cheap, I'm not cheap, but the service that we offer, I mean, who do you know that you can literally ring and say, right, I need this picking up in 30 to 60 minutes? I'm in Scotland. I had that about a month ago. Lady rang me on a Sunday, need this picking up, need to go from Scotland, pick up today, drop off tomorrow morning in Gloucester. We did it. It's a 7-hour drive. We picked up within half an hour, had a driver up there, collected it, brought it straight down. So I'll go into more of that as well, but for now I'm going to go see my family and enjoy the rest of Sunday. So I'll speak to you soon. What's happening, guys? Morning. It's Monday, bright and early. Not so bright, it's definitely not that early either. It's only about 7:30. I normally start a lot earlier than that, but this morning, having children, they don't always sleep. So yeah, didn't get that much sleep last night. Got enough. The day before, we normally get it 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock to know what we've got going on there. So we always put at least one van in on that most days now, which is brilliant. What is that? I thought that was a massive screw, which is really, really handy, because it means we've basically got a van in Swindon every day. It is 40 miles to get there, 38 miles, so it's 38 miles travel distance to get to the job, but we do factor that price in. We try and keep as much as we can wherever the drivers are. We try and keep it local so they don't have to go too far, because obviously there's a cost in that. And when we're doing subcontracting, which we do, we have our own clients and we also subcontract for customers, and we also subcontract work out, so there's a bit of everything. But that particular client, it's a very, very good client. They always pay early. They've never missed a payment. They hilarious as well. We get on very well. We get on very, very well. So that's nice. It's nice when you get on well and you can have a laugh as well, isn't it? So yeah, we have no problems with that client at all. So try and keep at least one van in there every day. Occasionally we don't have one in there, but that's fine because we've always got other work as well. So one van down in there. This one's here now. I'm going to do the vehicle checks on it now. I did a short video on how I do my vehicle checks, and that was on a YouTube short. I will show you a little bit on how I do it now, just so you've got a glimpse of it as well, because we've got to check the vehicles every single day, no matter what you're in, whether it's the trailer, we do the vehicle checks on the trailer, whether it's a van, even whether it's a car, because we've got 4x4s as well. So whatever it is, always do the vehicle check. So let me just show you now vehicle check on this. Right, so here we are. This is one of the Luton vans that we've had modified, which is, it's been game changing for this. So you may have seen in previous videos, but this is what we've had done. Step that out a bit. So we've had the sides modified so you can actually get in on the side, whereas on most Luton boxes you can't do that. And it's very difficult getting the longer pallets down the back there that desperately need to clean. We've had the new rear cover on, so that's cool. But yeah, so we had this modified, and it was the best thing we could have done, because it means on this one now, we've just had another one modified with a curtain. It just means you can open from the side here and you can come straight in there. And if you'll notice, there's no straps on the bed, there's no bits on here. We dust this out, we clean this out, pump truck's in there, all the straps are up there, all neatly and tidy, all the corners, you probably can't really see it from there at the minute, I'll show you. All the corners are up there. So we do this on all of our vans now, it's procedure now, so everything's got to be spot on. Up here we've got all the straps nice and neat. All the straps, the longer straps, the thicker straps, the corners, very important. Hard hat, definitely need that on some of the building sites. Some of the pieces of wood we need, sometimes we need to lay those down to put the loads on. Protectors, blankets, it's all a standard for us, that is. It's absolutely standard on everything that we're doing, every vehicle that we have, because we just don't know what load we're going to get. Picking that one up. So yeah, we've got to be on point, we've got to be ready. So first of all, checking the tyres, give it a quick kick. Yeah, you check it, just check it again, yeah? Yeah, good lad, is it good to go? Yeah, is it good? Yeah? You good to go? Yeah, good. Yeah, solid. We go around, check every tyre. Also check the tail lift, make sure that's locked, because that comes in and you can lock that in place. Make sure those are on, that's not going to be flying everywhere. Next tyre, yep. And then this tyre. Yep, so we know all the tyres are done. Now what I'll do is I will check the coolant levels. So I'll jump on here for the minute, different key on this one. Open this one from the front. Like that, yeah, and then twist that and then you lift, yeah. So I'm gonna open her up, get this one up. So we're doing this on every single vehicle every morning before we go out. So I'm gonna check the washer fluid, which I actually think is a bit low. I drove in this on the other day. We drove past a hay lorry and all the hay came in the van. It was just an absolute, literally like the hay, it's gone everywhere, and the air filters everywhere, just, yeah. So coolant, we're in there just below the line, top a slight bit. Tracker in this one as well, so I know where this one is at all times, so we can see what's going on. Our drivers will either have a tracker in the van, or we've got a tracker through the app that we use, so I can track them throughout the day, where they are, what they're doing, what's going on. So I know to update the clients. That one, we'll double check that one. Power steering fluid, yep, that's fine. We need to check we check the coolant, so we've checked the coolant, check the power steering fluid. The oil I'm going to check now. I'm going to top that up with some water. So yeah, I'm just going to check the oil. I'll come off of this because it's quite hard to do with one hand. And then that'll be good to go. If everything's all good with the oil, if it needs a bit of oil, I'll top it up. But because we service these every 8,000 to 10,000 miles, it's not often we need to top the oil up. We don't really need to top the oil up because we're doing a full service every 10,000 miles, which is around every 4 to 6 weeks. So it's very, very rare that we need oil in. If we need oil in, it means we've got a leak. So I'll check the oil now. I'll turn the lights on as well, so I'll show you that. Go around and check all the lights are working, front, rear, brake lights, hazards. The reason is if we've got like one of these lights not working just here, and you're working in the dark, then it's down as a defect. And it's the same with the HEVs is severely more, there's more offences that can happen if you don't have lights working and such things like that. It's not like an offence on this, but we try and keep that throughout. This vehicle has done, it's a workhorse, it's done 144,647 miles. We got this one on 75,000 miles. We've had it over a year just. So in the past year, we've done like over 65,000 miles in this, and it is just a workhorse. It's had a new turbo, this one. It's had new alternator, new clutch, flywheel, and a few other bits as well. So yeah, get the lights on. Want to check all the lights, check the brake lights, check the hazards, make sure we're good, so we know what's what. Because we're on site, we're on and off the sites. These side lights are on. Need to clean bad. I'll get that cleaned in the next couple of days. Hazards are on. Yeah. Check all the lights. So when you're on site, we're safe. People can see us. Desperately need to clean. It's not like me to have this not clean. Front lights. Yeah. So checks on this one are pretty much done. Just go check the oil and do the brake lights. Once I've done that, this is done and this is ready to go, and then we can start the day. I've got to jump on the computer for the moment because we've got to sort a couple of loads out, and I'll get this one moving as well in a bit. So I'll catch up with you in a short while. What's happening, guys? What's going on? Morning. So I'm out today. I'm in Discovery 4, my wife's car, Lexus car. Just dropped my boy off at nursery. Got a lot going on today, so I thought, you know what, let's have a little think of what's going on, because I try and do this sometimes. If I've got so much going on, I'll just take a minute to sit and think, right, okay, what have we actually got going on? What's happening? Where are we at? So I thought, right, so we've currently got an Arctic load at the minute, going from DL4, which is up north, to come back down south. Although it's not really that south, it's Oxford, so it's going to OX7. OX7 being Chipping Norton for one of my clients. So we've got an Arctic load. Even though it's not a load for an Arctic, it only needs an 8.5 tonner. Sorry, it only needs an 18 tonner. The load is 8.5 tons, so we need an 18 tonner to carry 8.5 tons. However, what we had available was an Arctic, so we're like, right, cool, let's put that on there. I've got my service partners, we bring them in, and they're sorting that out, so that's cool. So I'm going to manage that, make sure everything's good with that. And then I've got one Luton van I need to get on the road today, because that at the minute hasn't got anything booked in, which I can sort out. Because we do same day, it's very, very easy to sort out work if I don't have it on the day. So even now, that vehicle, it's 8 o'clock, well, 8:15, that vehicle doesn't have anything planned in right now. That vehicle will run all day, because working in the same day service that we do same day, scheduled, booked in, advance, urgent, last minute, everything, that will get booked straight out, no problem. So that's cool. I'm gonna sort that in a minute. And then I've also got, flipping out, I've got I think you've seen it actually on one of the videos, the Range Rover Sport, the green one, unbelievable colour. So Range Rover Sport, I blew both the turbos on that, just ridiculous, and it's totally my fault. These things happen, and yeah, I blew both the turbos, so the whole body had to come off. So I'm going to show you a video right now, so you're going to see the video. We literally had to take the body off of the vehicle, as you'll see in this video now. So we took the body straight off there. It's had to have the engine essentially disconnected, and then the 2 new turbos put into it. So So that's just being finished today. I took a part there over yesterday. I got my Land Rover Discovery 2. That one needs a little bit of work before it's MOT for next week. The Range Rover Vogue, which I'm using as a daily at the moment, that's the only thing that's wrong with that, or the only thing that needs, is the gearbox servicing. So when you're going up hills, you're pulling loads and stuff like that, it does shudder, which essentially means the gearbox fluid is low. So when we're going up the hills at an angle, it does shudder a bit. So I've got to get that sorted. Trailer's good to go. Did a defect on that yesterday. It was put a new light on that one, so that's good. And then practical for the HGV is in a little while yet, so it's about 6-7 weeks. So until that point, I'm going to show you day to day what I'm doing, what's happening, how I do what I do, basically. So right now, I did drop my son off today. It's my wife's birthday, so I won't be finishing late tonight, and I'm going to crack on, just managing everything at the moment. I've got so many things going out, as we all do. January was super quiet to start with, and it picked up. February has been pretty decent so far. It's one of those things, guys, in business where you've got so much happening. There's money coming in, there's money going out, And it's very easy to be in a surplus and think, right, everything's brilliant. I have a lot of pots as well, so I put, when I get money, and I have one pot for my, I'm not an accountant, by the way, so this is not financial advice. I put money aside for, I have a pot for tax, I have a pot for VAT, I have a pot for savings, I have a pot for like just general motor expenses, like if one of the vehicles, problem in a vehicle, obviously you need to get that done, and then I have a bit of a backup, so just like an emergency fund. So if I ever anything, you know, drastically goes wrong, that's there ready to go. So I have a lot of pots, and I advise doing that. Actually, it's very, very helpful, very handy. And when it comes to things like I've got taxes to pay, I've got my pot there. When it's my VAT, every 3 months I've got a VAT bill to pay. My current VAT bill, the one that I just paid, was 4 times the amount of the previous one. So you just need to expect these unexpected things. So having the pots really, really helps. But that's not advice, by the way. That's just what I do. Not anyone coming back at me on that. So yeah, I've got a contract to finish. That's the air suspension on this going. I've got a contract to finish for one of the drivers that's starting. I need to get another driver in that Luton van that's over there. It's very difficult finding good drivers. I've got 3 people at the moment that are potentials that like are ringing me constantly that want the work. We're in conversations, but I'm very dubious to put someone in that particular vehicle because it was the first one that we had. It's not spectacular or anything like that, but I'm always very conscious of people because it's very easy for me to put a driver in there. I know what my outgoings are per day, so the cost of the van, the fuel, the insurances, tax is very minor, and things like that. I know roughly what it's going to cost me per day, and I know what it's going to cost me for a driver. And then you've got your margin, so you've got your what would be your sort of your profit from that, although that will get distributed out and that will come down. I know what my gross profit is going to be per van. However, if someone damages the van, like a driver hits someone or hits something or hits a building, or it's just not that great with it, like, you know, if tyres go, if they're driving over speed bumps and they're hitting potholes and they're not looking out or whatever it is, it has a big effect on your bottom line. And it's just finding the right driver. I did that. I found a great driver for that particular van, and with that particular driver I gave him an incentive, and I said, look, how about you've been driving for me for a while, it's good, very, very good driver. I trained him up, helped him out, showed him the bits, because he was a good driver. It was just the other things like the load, he needed help with loading and making sure, because every load's different, you need to know how to work with every different load. Showed him all that. It's got very, very good. And I just turned to him and said, look, I know you want to start your own thing. Instead of you just starting up your own thing, going out there in the middle of nowhere, jumping from the frying pan to the deep blue sea, why don't I'll get you a van, all right, I'll buy the van. You can buy the van off me, which he did. So he saved up over a period of time. He's bought the van off me, and now he subcontracts to me full time. And he is fantastic. And he's very motivated, he's very driven, but it's given him that extra spark now. So he runs his own business within my business. So I provide him all the work. I send him all the stuff, I provide the app. I provide him all the work, he knows what he's doing, where he's going. He just needs to get up and do the work. And then he essentially has his own van now that he's paid for. There's no van finance or anything like that. He's got the van. He pays for his fuel, pays for his insurance, pays for his tax, and then he goes out and he gets paid per mile. And he's loving it. He's got a Luton van with a tail lift. It was a box van like that one there previously was. And I explained to him, look, I can pay you more money if you get a curtain side, if you get a curtain on one side, because we can take bigger loads, we can charge more for it. So he's gone ahead. It was £2,000. Again, he got the van, he saved for the curtain side, he's now got the curtain side, and now he's earning like 3 times what he used to earn when he had a full-time job before. He was doing part-time for me to start with, then he went full-time as a driver for me, and now he's a self-employed driver. He's earning 3 times what he earned in his old job, and he worked for quite a big company. And 3 times your wages, like, that's mental. Like, that is crazy. And there's no limit on that as well, because the more he works, the more he earns. And for someone like him, you know, he says to me, he's like, Sam, I came from Nigeria to come here, to not know anyone, to not know anything, to now earn the money that I'm earning. This is money that I never even dreamed of earning. So it's possible. That's the key. It is possible. And I need to put someone in that van, but I'm also looking for subcontractor drivers that will come and work for me, subcontract full-time. I've got 2 other people right now with their own vans that want to work for me full-time, but again, I'm very particular. I need to see there's that spark, I need to see there's that drive, I need to see it's not going to be like, because if I've got a job booked in for one of the drivers, and I send them the job, and on the morning they've got to be there at 6:30, 7 o'clock, and they're messaging me or calling me at 6:30, I can't make it today. That's an extremely big problem because I'm letting down my clients. So it's having people around me that I can trust. So if you are interested and you're watching this and you're a driver, whatever driver you're, because I'm going to need a HGV driver as well in the next probably 3 to 6 months. So if your driver wants to drive a Luton van, or you have your own Luton van, comment, message me, whatever you need to do, and let's have a chat, because we've got the work. The work's not the problem. What is the chance of that? I was literally just saying on there, I had to pause that for a minute. I was just saying that vehicle over there didn't have anything booked for it right now. However, it will be flat out all day. As I'm doing that, call came in for a job I knew I was going to get. That one because we spoke earlier about it. So sometimes what they'll do is, sometimes people will come to me and say, right, it might even be a big logistics company. They'll come to me and go, I've got this client, and they'll go, they've got a client, they need some work, we'll give them a price, and then they come back to you. Sometimes they don't come back to you, but I gave them a price early today, like 6:30 this morning, and I knew we'd get that work because we always get that work. So they've literally just called and gone, Sam, the job's there, ready to go. This one's from GL17, which is it's down the road. It's the Forest of Dean, so it's only 20 minutes away. We're on the good side of the Forest of Dean, and it's a lovely place, but it's a bit random. So yeah, gonna go pick up from there now. I'm gonna jump in the Luton van today, so I'll be driving that all day, flat out. And I think you'd probably be surprised what you can do in a Luton van, how much money you can turn over in a day. It's surprising when you're not in the industry, especially if you've got a curtain side Luton van tail lift. You can make some good money. So I'm gonna jump in that now. I have got a few invoices to sort out, so I'll go down there, I'll get loaded. I'll show you some of this loading actually, because I haven't showed you much of that. So I'll show you some of this loading, how we work, how we do it. I'll get that one loaded. It's one crate, and that one's going to Wales. So that's going near Cardiff, CF31 or CF32, so Bridgend. So I'm gonna get that loaded now. I'll show you all about that. But what's the chances of that? I'm literally talking to you saying, that one's not got a lot going on at the minute. That will be booked up in a minute. And then it happens right there and then. So that says something, without a doubt. So I'll get that one sorted. I'll get down there. I'll show you some of the loading. And yeah, we'll just carry on. I want to start bringing more to the channel now. I've been doing a lot of videos and bits and bobs, but now I'm going to start showing you like day of the life of, and actually how quickly things can change. You got to think, I just dropped my son off at nursery. I was already doing bits and sorts of admin bits. And we've got other things going on. We've got lorry loads going on right now. So even though I'm out driving in the Luton, I still have to manage those things. And when work comes in, I have to pull up, I have to make the calls and do that. So that's the thing. I mean, ultimately it will be, as soon as the driver's in that, I won't be driving at all in any of that for the next few months. And then we've got the HGV, I'll be driving that. I then need to bring someone in to do the operation side. Then they can work from home. That's someone else. If someone's interested in doing something like that, let me know. You can work from home and I can show you everything you need to do. So I'll then go in the HGV. We'll have the vans out, we'll have the HGV out, we'll have an operator. And then I'll be like, right, cool, now I want to take on more subcontractors full time, because we'll have an operator, and then we can take on more operators, and then we can grow and grow and grow. So that's where we're at. Stay tuned. When we get to the next place, I'll show you us loading up. Suddenly, guys, we're back. Just loaded. Got this bad boy on here. So took that on there. I was going to show you a bit of how we get it strapped on, but there was a forklift and there's lots happening here, so I didn't. So this is exactly what we've got here. So we have got this load. This is going to a farm. I'm just going to spin it around so you can see it as well. Okay, so here we go. So we've got this. It's a crate, and it's about 2.4 meters in length, and probably half a meter by half a meter. So 2 straps straight on there, straight over there, absolutely solid. Up to the front headboard. About 300 kilos. So the pump truck in case I need it. We've got the new sign on there as well. So yeah, she's strapped up, she's loaded, she's on. Down here, ready to go. So just the one load for the minute. And that one's going over to Cardiff. So she's strapped up, straps properly done. Get this one straight to Cardiff, and I will get straight on to the next one. Just every time I do a job, I try the straps, because you never know. Maybe the next job you won't even need them, and then they just get messy otherwise. So I always tie them up. It takes a second, at least then it's all good to go. Ready for the next one. Just waiting on the guy now. Just going to get the forklift, and then the next job's already booked. So, which is really handy. So I'm in Wales right now, so I'm in near Cardiff. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So now I'm gonna get that off, and Keys is just going to go and get the forklift, get this one off. So I'm in CF31 or CF32 right now, which is Cardiff, and then I got to pick up in CF10 to MP19. It's a short job, literally 18 miles down the road, Luton Curtain 3 pallets. So we'll get some footage on that as well. And then nothing else just yet. However, I said to you today, we'll be flat out, and that's normally how it goes. Random noise. Yeah, even if there's nothing actually booked in, because it's same day, it's a lot, so go from there. So I'm in. Right, so that is, there's 3 pallets there. I couldn't take any videos because it's a secure, high secure set, so I couldn't take any videos of that one, but that's 3 pallets off. Get the straps on, show you a little bit. So right now, there you go. So yeah, 3 came off. Pretty easy that one, really. That's the thing with the same day. It's all urgent, all of it. And it all needs doing right away, it all needs doing yesterday. Everyone thinks you've got a helicopter when you haven't. And that's what we specialise in, predominantly. Yeah, we do the scheduled, like the lorry one we've got in today, that Arctic one, that was scheduled, which we brought our service partners in. But a lot of it is scheduled. I said, start of this video, I said you watched it, or start this day, should I say, I was like, we haven't got anything technically booked in, however, watch, and already it's, what is it, 2 o'clock, and I'm flat out all day. I've still got more to go. So it's funny, isn't it, in the same day you start on some days, a lot of the days where things booked. Tomorrow I've got 2 vans fully booked out for the day. I didn't have an hour ago, now I do. Very quick, very fast pace, and you've just got to be very agile. Made a big mistake, by the way. That, so an SPF, which is backwards in here, by the way. Don't get a white rear cover because it is horrendously dirty. Let me just quickly show you this. Horrendously dirty after a couple of days. I'm going to get a black one. So yeah, definitely don't get white stuff if you can in this industry, because it just gets very dirty. So on to the next one, see what else we've got for the day. Guys, what's going on? It's 5 AM. Didn't sleep a lot. Got enough, not a lot. What a morning we've got already. So it's 5 AM right now. Literally just got down to one of the vans. I'm doing one of the runs today. Today, we've got 4 runs on the go. It's very bright. Got 4 runs on the go. Doing one myself. This one is one that one of our drivers usually does. He does it pretty much every day, and it changes every day. This one today is in Bristol and Wales, and Wales, we seem to get along very well with Wales at the moment. I don't know what it is. Usually Wales can be a bit hit and miss, but we've got a lot of work in Wales. So I'm going to go over to Swindon now, so it's about an hour away, load up, and then Bristol, Wales. I've got 3 other runs going on. One is one's to bring something from Slough to Tewkesbury to one of our clients. Another one is a distribution centre that we do some work with. So that's a good one. It's usually quite local. So we've got that sorted. And then I got another one. And I'll tell you what, I did not record it yesterday. And basically what it was, yesterday I did loads of recordings of where we are, what we're doing, and just a little bit of footage when I was out and about. And you know what, guys, I had this bit of a hunch. I did a delivery yesterday and I dropped off. And where I dropped off was next to somebody, a product, a brand that my wife uses a lot. And when we dropped off, I was like, do you know what? I'm going to go and speak to these guys and just say, hey, do you know what you're doing is fantastic. The products that you make are brilliant, and it's actually made a fantastic impact on my life and my family's life. I'm not going to say who they are and what they do, but I went over there, just walked in, spoke to them. Reasonably big place as well, multiple units all side by side. Spoke to one of the owners, and she couldn't believe the feedback. And we were just talking for like 10 minutes, and she was just like, so what do you do? I was like, well, I specialise in same day deliveries, anything from small vehicles to HGVs, all over the UK, night, day. If you guys ever need anything, by the way, let me know, and I'll be down for it. Interestingly, they had a lot of containers, and I'm not going to say what containers, but a particular kind of containers. They had about 200 there. And she emailed me last night, 7:30 p.m. Great to meet you. Thanks for the feedback. We've checked your website out. We've checked you out. We want to work with you. We want you to work with us. Can you do a load for us tomorrow? So that's what's happened last night. So the first load today is for the 7.5 ton lorry, and a lot of the containers they have are very, very, very heavy. So the 7.5 ton lorry is probably the smallest vehicle they're going to need. So there's no contract or anything there at the moment. However, it's a very, very good start. So it just shows you, just for putting yourself out there a little bit, going and speaking to people. If there's a product, a company, a brand you like, to me, that's great evidence to go speak to them. And it was a genuine thing. The products are brilliant. They've really helped us as a family, and I thought, why not? So let's see how that goes. That could progress to something very, very big. It might not. Got that today. I'm going to head over to Swindon. So, end of the day, another wild one. So we were last. You saw me. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was doing a load. Since then, it's the next day now. I didn't get to film any more yesterday. However, we had a great day. Did the load for the new client, which was a HGV load. Got some of our really good service partners in there. That's a new client, that really big. Love the brand. Got that done. We did a 7.5 ton load as well. Wow, literally, it's just been mad, you know. Like, it's been mental. Really good day today. Had 2 Lutons flat out all day. We had some more work. We brought some more service partners in for that, and they were just like 2 small vehicles. Tomorrow, again, flat out for 2 Luton vans and some more clients coming on. So yeah, it's been mad. It's been great. I also went to go look at some lorries. A really good supplier near me. They're in Ross-on-Wye, and they had some awesome DAFs, some MANs, whilst they have Scanias. As much as I want a Scania V8, it's probably not the best decision as a first truck. It's more of an ego buy, a Scania V8, lots of power. Do I need it as a first truck? No. Do I want it? Yes. So I'm looking more MAN. People will say that they are slightly lower budget. They're powerful, but they're probably slightly lower end. DAF is the next one in line again. Not top end, they're not Scania. However, you get a lot for your money. And what I want is the low kilometers. The one I looked at yesterday was 2019. There's some 2019, some 2020 regs, so 4 or 5 years old, and they range from 250,000 kilometers, which is low, by the way. In a truck, in a car, it's different. Up to like, some of them had 1.5 million kilometers, which is ridiculous. I'm not touching that. But a lot of them, probably the highest I'd want to go is like 650,000 kilometers, which some of the DAFs had. They were the super space, the full spec, 2 like twin bunks in the cab, shoot really, really high, just all the optional extras, retarders, which is not what you think it might be if you're not in the industry. That is like engine brakes that slows the engine, that slows you down. Had everything really. So yeah, some good choices, some good things to look at, some good food for thought. So yeah, lots to go away with. Really, really busy week. I'm gonna make the episodes now as I have done, where I've gone like taken footage of me out and about. There'll be more footage of me. There's gonna be a lot happening, what's going on in little bits of the day, the good, the bad, the ugly, the whole lot. So yeah, that's this episode concluding. There'll be another episode next week. Stay tuned, and remember to like and subscribe, because I said before, I checked the stats and it was literally 90 or 92% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. Support the channel, subscribe guys, and I'll see you on the next one.